What's going on YouTube? Kamikaze Von Doom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. How's it going? Well, there's no Stoop this week for Stoop Kid because the snitch is actually in this office building, so I know this is starting off a little bit different. But to get to this snitch location, it was actually fairly simple. All I did was fast travel to the DZ East Charlie checkpoint, and then I just walked outside. I mean, you could see his little green icon all the way from the door. It was pretty simple. But regardless, where are we at? We are at April 17th. And this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys for both Cassie Mendoza and Danny Weaver. So, you know the whole YouTube spiel. Sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like. Subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know what you think in the comments section below. And finally, shout out where you're from. It's always cool to see where everyone's from. Now, we can't go to Cassie or Danny Weaver without going to the snitch. And here are my coordinates if you can't find them. 1945 by 4641. And again, it's just outside of the DZ East Charlie checkpoint. Now, when you pick up this bounty, make sure that you go to the bounty, click Go to Details, and then you can actually click Abort Bounty. And then you can save this for later. And as long as your global difficulty setting is at Heroic, all of those bounties from the snitch will also be Heroic. And then you can go back and do them later. I mean, if I go over here in any of these spots, I mean, look at all these Heroics. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, now that we have found the snitch and we have Danny and Cassie's location, we need to check our map for the white shopping cart icons. And here we go. All right, so the first one in Foggy Bottom, we have Cassie Mendoza, so we'll go there first. And then Danny Weaver is up in the West End. So to get to Cassie Mendoza, we need to fast travel to the Truman safe house. And then we'll run over there really quick. We'll see what Cassie Mendoza has, and then we'll run over to Danny Weaver and see what we can buy with our textiles. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and ring the notification bell because I do post Division content every day. And then that way you don't miss any of these Division videos. With a live service game, we have different things happening every single week, so it tends to change on a flip of a coin. Now, for this Cassie Mendoza location, it might be a little bit confusing if you highlight the icon and go off of the GPS. The reason being is you can see my GPS up here, the line and the little arrow, and I'm following it right down the street. However, you can see that the icon is underneath me. And, well, the GPS stops up here. And the reason why it stops is because we're overhead of the location. Now, to get to Cassie, you actually need to turn right and look for this green door. And then you can go down into the little hole in the wall, if you will. So down here in the sewer, there is a hole in the wall on the right. Boom. And here's Cassie. Now, if you have never been to this area before, this is a side mission with Jane Applegate. But we are here for Cassie Mendoza, so make sure timestamp it, do whatever you want to. Here is Cassie's inventory. Now, starting with the named items, and I do have to start with a disclaimer. Now, if you are new or returning to the game, you might not see these bottom two named items. The reason being is you have to unlock them. Once you unlock them, you never have to do it again. So first up, we have, dude, a perfect shield splinterer. Before I even do this, just pick this one up immediately. Wow. All right, anyways. To unlock the shield splinterer, all you have to do is hunt down and eliminate all of the year 1 hunters and open up the ivory chest that is at the base of ops. Once you do so, you will unlock this weapon, and then Cassie will sell it every week with different attributes. Like this week with max AR damage and damage to targets out of cover. Like, that's perfect. A1 perfect. Pick that one up. Yeesh. And then right below that, we have the Hunter Killer. Same logic applies here, except for it's the year 2. So you have to hunt down and eliminate all of the Year 2 hunters, and then open up the off-white chest that is in the Haven settlement in New York City. Once you do so, you'll receive this chess piece, and then Cassie will sell it every week with different attributes. All right, so that's how you unlock these 2 items, all right? Now, starting off at the top, we have the safety distance. This is the named SIG MPX with Perfect Outsider for that talent, and this week it comes with magazine size. Now, remember, Perfect Outsider gives you 125% optimal range and accuracy. So after you get a kill, this thing kind of turns into a laser beam. Kind of think of it like a assault rifle, but SMG style. Kind of, I guess, the inverse of the chameleon, if you will. Now, with magazine size, I would probably recalibrate that off for either damage to targets at a cover or damage to armor, but that's it. Good to go. Now, if you want to see me do a safety distance build, just put that in the comments. I've never done a safety distance build, but never say never. Maybe I'll try it out. I don't know. Get like a kill and then put like a crazy scope on it or something. That'd be funny. Start sniping with a freaking SIG MPX. Anyways, moving on, we have a Caesar's Guard. This is the named Empress chess piece with Perfectly Skilled. And this week it comes with explosive resistance and weapon handling. Now, as far as the bottom 2 named items, I've already told you how to unlock them. But here they are. First one, Shield Splinterer. This is the named F2000 with Perfect Optimist. And this one's perfect. Pick it up now. I personally, let me see here, 14.5 on that health or 7 on the damage. Here's what I would do. I would recalibrate the damage to targets at a cover to max. That way, later on down the road, if you ever want to change that attribute, you can. And then just optimize the health damage to max. But this is a really good weapon. I use it. I have it right now on my character. You can see the exact same one, except for mine is maxed out. So, I mean, I'm running the exact same weapon. That's why I'm recommending it to you. Pick it up right now. Shield Splinterer. And finally, for the named items, Hunter Killer chess piece. This is the named Golden Gear chest with Perfect Intimidate, and it comes with health and explosive resistance. I don't like either one of those. I would not touch it. As far as the named items, the safety distance and the shield splinterer. Going to the gear set items, we have a Hotshot backpack with weapon handling, Eclipse Protocol chest piece with status effects, Aces and Eights gloves with headshot, not bad, True Patriot knee pads with health, Negotiator Dilemma holster with crit damage, again, not bad, and finally Aces and Eights mask with explosive resistance. The cool thing about gear set items, and remember this, same kind of logic applies for most named items. It's easier to get them the way you want them because there are less options, meaning all of these, there's a core attribute and a bottom attribute. If you like the core attribute, you can pick it up and recalibrate the bottom attribute to whatever it is you want. If you like the bottom attribute, then you can max out the top attribute or change it to whatever it is you want. Case in point right here, Negotiator's Dilemma. You want crit hit damage on here, that's perfect. So you could either max out the weapon damage or change it to an armor core. Or, a little bit different right here, we have a Hotshot backpack, and you don't want weapon handling on there, but you do want the weapon damage. So you could keep the weapon damage and then just change that weapon handling off for headshot or crit chance, you're good to go. See what I mean? It just makes life a lot easier to max out all of your gear set items because there's less to max out. Now, when it comes to like normal high-end items, yeah, it tends to get a little more tricky, and you have to depend on RNG a little bit more. Anyways, as far as the gear set items, the only ones I would really recommend, the Aces and Eights gloves and the Negotiator's Dilemma holster. Moving on to the high-end items, we have a classic M60 with crit hit damage and preservation, a Paratrooper SVD with damage to armor and Sadist, not bad. I'm not a big SVD fan, but those attributes are good enough to where you could change the talent for whatever it is you want and have a pretty decent sniper right there. For the gear items, we have a Bellstone Armory chest piece with hazard, repair, skills, and glass cannon. And finally, Douglas and Harding knee pads with crit hit damage and armor regen. Looking at the mods, we have incoming repairs 17.5 and a hive duration mod for 4.4. Now, must-buys, things to look for from Cassie Mendoza. Just really fast, we have the safety distance, the shield splinterer, the aces and eights gloves, the negotiator's dilemma holster, and that's it. So 4 items to look at, but most definitely, the shield splinterer. Check that one out right meow.
Agent?
Hostile broadcast.
All right,
detected.
so that is it for Cassie Mendoza. Now let's jump over to Danny Weaver and let's see what we can buy with our textiles. Now, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. We are, what, about 3,000 subscribers away from 100K? We're right there. So we might be celebrating that pretty soon. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. And if you enjoy daily Division content, make sure you ring that notification bell. But we're getting close. This is going to be a really big milestone. I actually get that YouTube plaque. It's going to be pretty nice. Can't wait. All right, Danny Weaver. So he's going to be over here in the basement of this house. And this is another safe area. And it's another... Ooh, watch this. So... Ha 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 ha, you can't kill me, you can't kill me. And then just run in here. Boom. Now they can't do nothing. Haha, nothing. Anyways. So going down here, there are 2 other NPCs you could talk to for side missions. You would have Steven right here, Steven Shore, or you would have this guy right here. Both of them have side missions, but again, most of you probably already have it done. Here is Danny Weaver. So... if you need to timestamp it, do whatever you need to do.
You want to make a deal?
All right, so Danny Weaver has 7 caches for us to buy. We have 1 exotic, 3 conflict, which do give PvP exclusive items, and 3 year 5 season 3 caches. All right, and let's see what we get.
Picked up.
If you want to, share what you get in the comments down below. All right, here we go. We have 7 caches. For the exotic, the Liberty pistol. Okay. Conflict. Overlord. God rolled Overlord. Dang. Too bad it's Overlord. Nothing really. Another. Oh, jeez. All right. I mean, I want to get rid of these textiles. So again, any developers, anyone watching this, I'm at 267,000 textiles. I don't care if they're crafting caches, if they're optimization caches. I don't care if they're field proficiency caches. Let me just spin my textiles. Like, I'm sitting on so many. Like, every week when I come here and spin like 1,000 textiles, I'm like, great. I could do this every day for 5 years and still have textiles. Just come on, man. Just, like, give us like a, I don't know. That would be the biggest thing to really put a pep in the community step, because I know everybody has textiles, whether it be a few thousand or in this case 100, a couple 100,000. I don't know. It just give us more reason to come over here, because let's be real, with this guy not selling God rolled items anymore, it's pretty much useless. We're just coming over here for the materials. I mean, I got 1 exotic component out of that because the Liberty is all right, but let's be real, I've got a Regulus. Anyways, let me know what you got from Danny, and that is it. So, it is April 17th, and this was your weekly vendor reset and must-buys for both Cassie Mendoza and Danny Weaver. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you found this helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. Hope you have a great day. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm Kamikaze Von Doom. Peace out. All right, let me see. Make them explode. Yeah, come on. Get the shield splinterer right now. Come on. I'm using it. I'm using this every day. Come on. Use this weapon. Have fun. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.